Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today I just wanted to briefly talk about rushing. Have you ever been in a situation to where you don't focus on what you're doing because you're rushing because you have other plans that need to be taken care of? Like for instance, I went to the drugstore, not the drugstore, but the grocery store yesterday, and my husband pointed out that I was rushing. Like he asked me, "Why are you rushing?" He was on the phone and I was in the store and I was getting the things that we needed for the house, but I was trying to get him to hurry up and tell me what it was he needed, and so I could go ahead and get it so I could get out of this store, just, because I had other stuff I needed to do, right? And I find myself doing that all the time. Like I find myself doing it when I'm eating. I find myself doing it at work. I find myself doing it when I'm at home, when I'm in a grocery store. No matter what I'm doing, I'm always kind of in a rush. And this is not the first time that he's ever told me to slow down. Like he's told me to slow down like when I eat or, you know, in the store or whatever it is I'm doing, he's telling me to slow down. And it really dawned on me yesterday that I really actually do that all the time. And I'm always filled with anxiety. It causes me to be filled with anxiety a lot. And when I'm filled with anxiety, I don't sleep. It causes me to make mistakes because I'm not paying attention to what needs to be focused on. I'm worrying about other stuff that I need to do. It causes me to even like mess stuff up, like ruin it. Like if I'm cooking or something and I'm rushing trying to cook and do something else at the same time, I tend to forget that I'm cooking and I'm focusing on something totally different. In on the journey that I'm on right now, and for those of you that don't know, my hope is that I become a better person. My focus is on me, because if I'm not in the best shape, then I can't be any good to my family. So I am working on me. And that means from the inside out, not from the outside in, but from the inside out. And I say that because if I don't renew my mind every day, then nothing I set out to do is going to prosper, right? Because you have to renew your mind every single day. That means you have to get in the word. You have to build your relationship with God, and you also have to kill your flesh every single day to fulfill the purpose that God has placed you in, right? I'm also I also realized that rushing doesn't really benefit you at all. At all. It does more harm than good. And it talks about it in the Bible. And I think it's in Psalms or Proverbs. I'm not real sure which book, but it talks about how God says that when you rush, you fall behind because you don't have the time to plan. When you plan, you get ahead. So now I realize that that's an issue for me, then I need to take a step back and say, hey, Shawana, you can only do what you can do in this day. So whatever is done in this day, I have to learn how to be okay with that. And I have to stop cramming everything into one day, because I feel like I'm the only person that can do it. When I actually have help around me, I just don't utilize it. And I don't plan like I need to plan. Like for instance, yesterday I was in the grocery store, but I was thinking about, okay, I need to wash my clothes. I need to pack my school bag. I need to finish a couple of assignments. I need to cook. I need to clean up the kitchen. I need to prepare for tomorrow. When in all actuality, in this moment that we're in, like this day, is sufficient enough for itself. So yeah, I needed to do all those things, but at the same time, I forgot that everything that I needed to fulfill that day was already there. I have to get out of the mindset of I am in this by myself. Like I can do all of this by myself, or I need to do all of this by myself. I don't have any help, when in all actuality I do. I have all the help in the world. But when you have been so accustomed to doing things by yourself for so long, it's hard, even when you've been in a relationship or when you've been around people for so long, to accept their help. So that's something that I have to focus on and get out of that mindset, because this journey is going to require people to help me. So I have to learn how to accept the help. Not just from the people, but from God too. Because we tend to be in such a rush until we lose sight of who he is. And he's literally trying to give you direction in the pathway that you need to be going in. And we tend to overlook that because we're so busy rushing, we can't hear from him. Like he can be talking to you and saying, girl, this is where I need you to go. This is where your help is, but you're too busy focusing on this and rushing and trying to get through with it and dealing with it on your own. So you can't even hear what I'm saying. So your outcome is not what it should be. And then we tend to fall into depression. And then we tend to feel bad about ourselves. And then we tend to feel like nobody cares about us. When God is really telling you, girl, I care about you enough to tell you which way to go, but you're too stubborn to listen to me. Like, it's crazy. It's real life situations like that. Like, we have children and we try to direct their paths, but they're so stubborn and pig-headed until they don't want to listen to what we say, until we hit that wall, until they hit that wall. And that's just how we are with God. We go and we do what we want to do until we hit the wall, and then we crying and acting like we kids because we don't know what to do when he's already directed us. So we have to slow down. In this season, I know it's a lot going on, but we have to slow down and we have to sit back and we have to prepare. We have to, look at what needs to be done, whether it's in your home, whether it's at work, with if it's in your business, whatever it is, you got to sit back and prepare for what is to come. Because if you ask God for something and we get mad because he's not rushing and doing it right then, we ask God for this today and we want him to give it to us today. That's not the way life works. That's not the way it is. We have to learn how to stop rushing the process. We have to learn how to be patient in the process, even when it looks a certain way. We have to look past what we see. And that's where your faith kicks in. You have to be faithful. If you ask God for something and he's going to give it to you, you have to know that when the days are dark and when it doesn't look this way, and when people are telling you no, when you run out of time, in that particular moment, that God is still God and he is still working on your behalf. So when it looks real crazy or when it feels real crazy, God is still working. He's still working for you. He's still working on your behalf. He still loves you. He's not ever going to desert you. He is not going to walk away from you. He's not going to let go of you. He is God, and he is God all by himself, y'all. And I'm learning that day by day in this journey, because this is all new to me. I am so tired of being the old version of me until I am so impatient about stepping into the new version of me. And it's not like a bad impatient. It's like, God, I'm just ready to be where I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? But I have to trust the process, and I have to slow down, and I have to stop rushing. Even when I'm talking like right now, I'm having to stop and slow down and talk to you because I'm so excited about it, because he's revealing these things to me, and it's so amazing. And I just want to share it with everybody because I know that I'm not the only person that's going through this, and I just want to help somebody with it. But I have to understand that it is a process. And in my process, I will be sharing with you guys what God has taken me through and is going to take me through, and where I am mentally, where I am spiritually, the whole nine. But I just wanted to get on here and just talk about it, because it is something that we are all doing, because we are living in a world that is so fast paced until, we forget that we need to take moments for ourselves. We need to slow down. We need to, just think and plan and move about our day and allow God to direct our path, and allow God to order our steps. So I just wanted to just jump on here, and I hope that what I'm saying is helping someone. And I will talk to you guys later.